Hello and welcome to the New Age Geek channel. If you're a new hero, build an inclusive space of people of all walks of life, the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fates, our sober D&D campaign set in the critical world of Exandria, following an adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
Hey, Joe.
What's up,
That's
Joe?
good.
Just your friendly little reminder that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you actually can. Just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and join our Discord, where you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Remember, the best way to help us out is with engagement, so we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that these platforms will share us with everybody else. Speaking of engagement, we'd greatly appreciate if you'd clip any of your favorite moments throughout the stream, whether that be the happy moments, the sad moments, maybe even the romantic moments. Whatever you like. But beyond that, we have posts going up on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. So if you are on those platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Twitch Prime is free if you already have Amazon Prime. That awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel on Twitch. Once per month, you do need to go in and resubscribe to that channel at no additional cost. Just link your accounts and click subscribe with Prime on that channel. If you're feeling charitable, please subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. Perhaps gift subscriptions to others cheer using bits, donate via PayPal. Check out our Patreon. And if you wish to become a sponsor for the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Speaking of sponsors, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the Songcraft bot. Songcraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're streaming online or playing at home with friends, you can stream our audio stress-free. With their Pro subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40+ music genres and 20+ soundscape types, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code NAG, that's NAG, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you have to do to get started is invite the Songcraft bot of your choosing into your server, then just hit play, and let Songcraft take care of the rest.
And we are also partners with Dragon's Nest Delivery. If you don't know what Dragon's Nest Delivery is, it is a D&D shop with a ton of D&D essentials, including dice, apparel, homebrew adventures, and their Nat 20 card series, which we will be using here over on Queer and Present Danger. And they even have a D&D subscription box, which includes dice, candy, one-shot adventures, minis, and a bunch of downloadable content as well. So, when you go to check out, make sure to use our referral code NEWAGEGEEKS, that is all one word, for 18% off of your order. And yes, that even includes the subscription box. So, when you go over and check them out, make sure to tell them that we sent you.
Okay, announcements for the week. We have on Thursday, I'm interviewing the DIY witch herself, Savannah from Not Quite Novelists. So fellow interviewee. So we will dive into her geeky backstory and find what her origin story is. Besides that, I don't think anything else going on the New Age Geek channel this week. That being said, the Crit Awards are open. So go ahead and make sure you get your nominations in for all the different categories of the things out there. We have a bunch. Check our Instagram for what those might be. We would love any support y'all can give us. Other announcements this week. Anything? Am I forgetting? What do you guys got going on this week? Anything?
Don't have any. It's not this week, but my cherry is being popped. That is terrible intro. I will be playing with Another World Tabletop. My first time dipping into, what is it? World of Darkness, I believe it's called. We were doing werewolf stuff. It is called Another Howl, I believe it's called, is the campaign. It's a short series. After We Howl. Sorry, After We Howl.
Okay.
Yes. So we'll Team Jacob. We'll have more information on that, but that should be starting sometime at maybe the end of this month, I believe.
Okay. And they can follow your socials for that.
Yes.
You want to shout that out?
My socials are everything's at Daytay Cosplay. That's the DAYTAY Cosplay, no
All right.
spaces, all caps.
Fantastic. Let's see. Casting. So the New Age Geeks is currently casting. All of our slots are filled for this show. So we thank for everyone who has applied. We have been fortunate enough to find some people that are interested in our show, and we're going through and getting them all vetted and processed. But we are still looking for cast members for QPD. So if you are a BIPOC LGBTQIA plus person, identifying person, and want to appear on the all LGBTQ cast of Queer and Present Danger with these amazing people here, go ahead and shoot us a message on either the Instagram through New Age Geeks or the Discord. You can send the message directly to me. My handle is New Age Geeks, all one word, no spaces, no markers. Go ahead and send me a message, and I'll send you the form to get started. That being said, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Obviously, we are sans a whisper tonight, and we have new character art, character sheets, and banners and stuff actually working. That being said, let's dive into tonight's episode of A Forging Fates. Okay. Picking up where we last left off, who would like to do the recap?
I will. And I will read from report number 85 to Cressida Holt. Thanks to the Ember of Time and the magic of Ivarashar, we arrived in Vasselheim. New memories colliding with old as timelines merged in a way we were wholly unprepared for, but it seems to have had the effect desired of sending us backwards in time to a point before the battle with Semayor. There are some differences, most notably the presence of Clover and Tristan. But also we still have our airship. Finnick's childhood home in the distance is still intact, and there's a surprising lack of fear and oppression in the streets of Vasselheim. We began planning out the day ahead, assessing that we kept our belongings, and how much time we have before the attack. Zarl dropped some heavy family lore about his parents and grandfather being servants of Pelor. We got some burritos the size of our forearms, and a bowl for Whisper's food spell, before running into Thorn, the half-orc enforcer that works for Finnick's parents. We had a disagreement, but came to an understanding eventually. Thorn seemed genuinely concerned about Finnick's well-being and claimed the Dawn Riders were the primary defensive force of the city, not offensive. We gave Thorn a description of Sammy, then set off with Thorn trailing from a distance. At the Curious Curio, the gem setter placed an emerald in Whisper's bowl, and Zeril got a cloak. Don't tell him I said this, but actually looked pretty nice on him. At the Temple of Cord, we ran into Seraphina, the child who, in our timeline, once held the Vitalis Lifeblade, but in this timeline it seems she has found the gods through the temples. Earthbreaker Grun was quick to hear us and accept to help. At Thorn's suggestion, Grun agreed that the Dawnrider's Keep is actually a good place to meet with the delegation of Vasselheim. I still have my doubts. And lastly, we made our way to the Slayer's Take. Whisper thought she might hire them to aid us, but they recognized her from a wanted poster under her old name. Before we could react, a trapdoor was sprung and we fell below, only to come face to face with a Gynosphinx. We learned her name is Assisa. She serves the Knowing Mistress. She knows our names and our mission, and remarkably, she wants us to succeed. Whisper hung back as Assisa wanted a private word, but with the promise she would catch up, we pushed forward. Signed, Gormrock, Everflame of the Rivermaw tribe, expositor of the Cobalt Soul, and member of the Fist of Fate.
Okay. So, picking up from there, as the three of you make your way out of the Slayer's Take, you find yourselves on the street once more. What's your plan, Fists?
Well, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sphinx.
To say the least, yeah.
Yep.
You think Whisper's gonna be okay? Do like go back for her, or
Aziza said
Aziza's-
she would catch up, so I'm trusting the word of the Sphinx to be true.
yeah, I guess that's their whole thing, truth and stuff. So, just a check-in with you guys. How much is different? I mean, things seem to be a little shifted, but doesn't seem too bad.
I mean, a lot has changed, but in better ways, it seems like.
Okay. Yeah. Um, your parents,
Yeah.
are they the parents that you know? Are they?
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, I'm kind of nervous because if things are different, then that means that maybe my family's different. We can figure that out later. Let's keep pushing.
So where do we want to go then? Do we want to go get the Wyvern Riders, the Platinum Guard?
Oh, yeah. Aren't they on the other side of the city?
I mean, they have.
I'm gonna look up. Just they're flying overhead, right?
That's just a contingent. It's a wing. I mean, Finnick, you at this point, you got some information on how that they work. That's just like a defensive wing. It's about 4 riders. It's by no means the main force, and that's typically stationed up at the Frostfang Citadel.
Well, to the Citadel? I think we need to inform them, or at least have them send somebody to the keep so we can all be on the same page.
Well, the Citadel's pretty far to the north, so we could take the airship there.
That shouldn't
I
take too long, hopefully.
I mean, we got, what, a couple days until potentially the city is
Well, we
destroyed
got
again.
the meeting tomorrow.
Can we go there and get back at
Yeah, we should be able to, but do you think Citron still leads them?
I'm gonna try and rack through my brain, see if I can distinguish old memories from new.
Roll a intelligence saving throw.
Oh, saving throw?
wow.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. I got a +0.
Damn.
That's a 10.
Okay. With a 10, you have similar memories of the 2 times you took your oaths. A very similar scene, though. A few faces in the crowd are different. Your friends are different. The group that you are there with is different. Citron remains a figure in both. And with a 10, You are going to take
Uh-oh.
4 psychic damage as you try and rack your mind between the two realities.
Okay. I mean, I know at the minimum that he was still there when I took my oath, but... Whew. I guess I don't know if his position remains the same, but either way,
I mean,
we know someone, and I still took
yeah.
my oath at the Platinum Dragon, so...
I mean, in here you're a celebrity now. I mean,
I don't think to your level, but...
well, I mean, everybody can't be me, but you know,
Hmm.
see, no, I mean, you're there. You're there. We're right here. Don't worry.
So, to the Frostfang Citadel then?
To the Citadel, friends.
Can I make a perception check, please?
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. What are you trying to perceive?
Thorn.
Did he not switch out with yet or no?
No, he didn't.
When
He
we entered the Slayer's Take, we dropped through a trapdoor.
Oh,
Well, because didn't he leave after we... Because I told him to go gather...
Oh, right. You at the
Oh.
Temple of Cord, you did tell him to
mhm.
gather the council,
the council.
Fasselheim.
And he said he was going
Uh,
to send
What's his name?
Arius.
Arius.
Arius. Yeah.
Arius.
So I'm looking for Thorn or a counterpart. That is a +3. That is a dirty, filthy, slutty 20.
fucking 20. Love it.
Okay.
Okay, so I will say, you see, not far off, leaning against a one of the shop walls in an alley not far off, with a visual line of sight towards the Slayer's Take, that being the last area that the information had said you were headed to. You see human male, probably mid-30s. This leathered, for 35, leathered and weathered face, dark, deep scars slashed across his olive skin, bright, piercing blue eyes, kind of just watching you from the distance. He wears this crimson and gold armor and this long red cape kind of behind him that's trimmed in gold. A thin blade at his side and a large bow kind of strapped around behind his back. And you gather that this is probably Arius, based off the description you were given before.
Yeah. I'm gonna nudge Finnick and point off in the distance at where I see him. Just kind of give him a light wave. Let him know I see him seeing us.
He seems friendly.
Noticing you, noticing me. From across the room, what shot I seen that type. So dangerous.
Finnick, as you see him, those memories, like the memories seem similar, at least on the way he looks to memories you have of old, as the two kind of align in this moment. You remember Arius as being very smart and capable, though horrible with people. But he is chief among the strategists of your parents.
Gotcha.
And was the one coming up with battle plans that were then reviewed by your father and moved on from there.
Yeah, I'll sort of give him a slight nod, acknowledging his presence before taking Gormrog's arm and looking at Zeril, saying, "To the ship."
The ship. He's not coming with us, is he?
Let's get to the ship first and then figure that out.
All right, to the ship we go. I'm gonna walk off with my slightly flowing cape.
Your billowing
Activating.
cape.
Yes, I'm gonna activate the billow as I walk, so I can, look like I'm going somewhere, but I'm kind of walking slow, so it's almost like slow motion. It's the effect. It's the effect.
Okay.
It's giving.
As you all begin to make your way back towards the quad roads, towards the airport, fucking airport in the middle of the city. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah,
Air
basically.
dock,
Skyport.
skyport, sure. That's better
Sky-
than airport.
Yeah.
This music is fucking interesting. You see Arius begin to follow behind you all as make your way down.
Uh-oh.
You okay, pal?
There. Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
In short order, because it's not that far of a walk, you find yourself back into the skyport. The ship is being cared to. There's some carpenters outside, fixing some basic damage that just accumulates over journeys. You see the captain kind of standing at the edge of the dock, a harbor master in front of them as they're kind of going back and forth over a few shipments that they're trying to get brought in onto the ship as far as like food and stuff like that. You see her ordering various supplies for her crew. And as you kind of begin to make your way up the dock, her attention turns towards you. Are we shipping out?
We have temporary business to attend to at the Frostfang Citadel to the north. We expect to come back rather shortly.
Do you need to ship out now, or do we have time to bring on the rest of the supplies?
How long does that... Do you think that'll take?
A few hours to get it all together. It's nothing important, so if it can wait, if we'll be back tomorrow, I can have it brought in. I just want to make sure.
We'll be back tomorrow, but Fennec, do you want to fly up and give them a heads up?
Yeah, I can do that. Wait, give who the heads up?
Them.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my brain's still rattled. I think I got a wicked headache earlier, but I'll summon Goldie.
Okay. With a quick whistle, you see Goldie kind of her head arc up over the edge of the ship. Seeing you, she just leaps down. Her wings flare out for a minute. She lands down next to you and kind of motions the one arm to give you a step up onto her saddle. While this is happening, Alara is giving a bit of gold to the harbor master and arranging for supplies to be dropped off within 24 hours.
Yeah. I suppose this is only the first or second time Zeril is seeing Goldie, but I have a golden wyvern that I ride.
I think I haven't seen Goldie because you're falling down the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. But question, sorry.
Answer.
I have a horse. I have a war horse that I left at the keep when we left. Where would that horse be?
Probably on the airship you came in on currently.
Okay. I was like, didn't I have a horse somewhere?
So I'll say right now, as you kind of come into the dock, You see that the airship you came in on has been unloaded,
Uh-huh.
and your horse is tied to one of the posts, kind of just awaiting for you to gather it up.
Ah, got you. So I'm not crazy.
With horses.
You know. Okay, well. Yo, Cormorog.
Hmm.
So, quick question.
Mhm.
Have you told Finnick you love her yet?
Whoa. I'm gonna be real with you. We've been adventuring together for like 3 months.
Oh, is that what y'all been calling it?
Like, the
Huh?
Fists of Fate have only existed for 2.5. I
Right.
am enamored. I am
Yeah.
awestruck. I am
Utterly engulfed
many
by her
things.
beauty.
But I don't. We haven't even put a name to the relationship yet, let alone.
So there is a relationship.
Of a sort, yeah.
Yeah, so you do love her. You didn't answer the question, Gormrod. Did you tell her you love her yet?
No.
So you do love her. I'm gonna go, that's my guy, and I'm gonna pat him on the back. I knew it. Well,
Just
in case you were
deeper
thinking,
shade of green. Just
right?
it's just
Well, she loves you too. So all I gotta say is don't wait until we jump into another timeline to tell her. I mean, don't know how many timelines we got left, you know? So
I still haven't taken her on that date that I promised her. So
yeah, you should totally do that.
when?
You know, when we're not trying to save the world from utter destruction from
That's
eldritch
been
beasts.
constant for the last 3 months. So
But I mean, you gotta make time for it, buddy.
yeah, we tried. We went to another plane of existence to get away from it all, and look what happened there.
Okay, that was a little bit of a rough vacation, I admit. But
Yeah,
that
like we.
sunset, rise, dawn thing,
Hmm.
the whole beauty of the time not moving or something is
I
romantic,
will,
right?
for a short time, yeah, but then after like 2 days of that, you go insane.
Yeah.
I will say we went to Shamal Bay as a group, and that was
Mhm.
okay. But we haven't really had time, just the two of us. So I don't.
Well,
I don't really feel like I'm doing a good job in whatever Finnick and I are, but
I mean,
I
you're not
intend.
really doing anything. You gotta make a grand gesture, you know? Be
I'm just
your
trying to
own tape of
survive.
billowing, you know? Billow
We are
for her.
we are very different people. You may have a point though.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this. We may be very different people, but only one of us has somebody that loves us so deeply that they would go to another dimension to save them. So I wouldn't take that for granted. But what do I know? I'm just a bard. Toss, toss. Billow, billow.
Yeah, there's an international spy I may introduce you to at some point.
International spy. Huh,
Hmm.
subterfuge.
Yeah, I was supposed to go on a date with him at one point, but that never happened.
Oh, spy stuff.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Are we ready to get on this ship?
Finnick, as you fly up and make your presence known to the wing that is up in the air above Vesselheim, you see at its point this large dragonborn individual, tremendous in size, probably about 6'5", even though he's perched down against his wyvern. These black scales that have like this hint of blue to the edges of them. As his intensity, his eyes turn to you, you see this burning intensity in him as they glow with an ancient, almost energy. He's got these long horns that kind of curve back against his head, almost like a slicked back hair, and it gives him this like almost regal look as he has this brawny intensity. As you begin to fly forward, the whole wing kind of braces against the air, and he kind of sits up, leaning back. You see his armor entirely made of scales of what appears to be dragon hide. And you see blue runes etched across it that glow faintly with magical energy. You see this massive battle axe hanging down off the side of his wyvern with electricity kind of arcing off of it as you approach. I don't know if you've met him in the period. Yeah, actually, you did. This is one of the wing commanders that you had met during the council, like a meeting of the various wing commanders. This is Caliph.
I will sort of nod my head and like half bow out of respect.
How'd the mission go, Finnick?
I'm trying to again rack my brain if like the mission he's referring to.
Roll a intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I'm not gonna use that die. 12?
Okay. You take
Can I
points of
give
psychic
myself
damage.
guidance?
You can certainly go ahead. Give yourself guidance.
Okay, that's a 14. It's better.
You take 3 points of psychic damage. The DC is 15. Sorry, pal.
Jeez.
I'm on the struggle bus today.
I
As
don't want to remember.
you try and rack your head for the memories, and the mission that you had been given is kind of along the same lines of what you had done previously. It was to you already know Sammy is on her way here. That's always been something you've known.
Yeah.
And a few days ago, when you took your oaths, that was the mission you were sent on, to hunt Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what you would expect to be what he is referring to.
Okay. We're still having trouble. Some trouble. I don't know words. That's Cece talking. I don't know words. Oh, we're still having some trouble locating her, but we do know that she's approaching Vasselheim, and she's a few days away from the city. So we're doing what we can to gather forces to rally against her, and it seems like she's bringing some assistance with her. So we're about to head to the Frostfang Citadel and gather more power.
So
More allies.
what's changed in the last couple days? Isn't that what we expected already?
Things have been very weird as of recently. The fists are trying our best, but we figured we can bring the fight to her rather than just take her on ourselves. And if she can bring reinforcements, so can we.
Why do you think we're flying patterns, Finnick? This is what you wanted. You already told us all this. This is what we expected.
We are heading to the Frostfang Citadel just to inquire and rally about more help.
How much more help do you need, Finnick? We are all this. You've already gone through all this. We know they're on their way. We're ready for that. That's why we've been running patrols. That's why we have the rest of the wings on standby.
I apologize. I must have hit my head harder than I thought. As I try to, like, make it seem like, yeah, no, I guess I got a concussion or something. I don't know.
Get back to whatever you're doing, Finnick.
Little blood trickles down her nose
Yeah.
from all the psychic damage she's taking.
From the psychic damage I'm taking, just a little.
Right.
Just send us a message when you know where she is, and we'll send the wings.
Oh, okay.
Kind of
As
shakes his head at you, begins to pull back down against his saddle.
okay.
Kicks the side of his wyvern, and they kind of peel off and begin to resume their patrols.
I fly back down. I don't get off of Goldie quite yet, but I look at Gormorg and Zeril. Apparently, we've already gone to. They already have people on standby.
Okay.
And I guess what I'm picking up here, the reason why I took my oath is different than when we left.
And that would be to.
Because originally, the Oath of Vengeance was against the Dawn Riders and their corruption. But now, from what I tried to. Don't think too hard, because you actually will end up hurting yourself, by the way.
Okay.
Apparently, in this timeline, when I took my oath of vengeance against Semayor and Raynor. I'm assuming.
As she says that, Gormog, roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
Don't think
boy.
too hard, you'll hurt yourself.
Literally.
What is my intelligence saving throw? I'm not smart, guy.
I'm not smart either.
I'm a punchy, not a.
Guided. I don't think
Guidance? It's not gonna help.
I can. What'd you
That's-
roll?
That's a total of 10.
8 psychic damage to you. As
Yeah.
suddenly visions of a memory flash into your mind of that initial meeting. I take that back. Of a much younger Gormrug and Tristan while you were still part of the tribe. You remember Semayor making her way down a mountain and claiming having spoken with gods. As she produces a large stone blade and began to attempt to bring people onto her side on this mission. You remember your brother, your friend, Tristan, much younger man at this time, growing angry as the tribe is split apart in this moment. and you remember seeing this one-eyed individual, a man, half Ganassi, half human, with this long, fiery blade at her side now. And as, in a moment of rage, as Tristan lost himself, attacked this man, who you now know to be Raynor, you remember Tristan bursting into flames, his body being immolated as the tribe fractured and split apart. Some moving with Sammy, and some to the rest of the world. And that is where we're going to take a break.
Oh, damn.
We'll be back in a couple minutes, everyone. And we're back. Okay. So, Gormrock, as your nose bleeds a little bit from this reliving of a alternate memory.
Yeah, tears are gonna start streaming down Gomrog's eyes. As he's just kind of checked out for a minute while Phoenix talking.
I'm gonna clock it, try to meet Gormrog's gaze, sort of dip my head down a little bit. What's wrong?
Tristan. Raynor, Raynor killed Tristan. Burned him.
So sorry.
Set him on fire. Raynor looks different in this timeline. One eye, half elemental. Kind of like a mini fire giant. But, hot. Tristan's gone. And it happened a long time ago.
I'm so sorry, Gormrog.
Gonna wipe the blood away.
If there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to ask. Even if you just need me to listen.
Yeah, I appreciate that. How did they already knew?
They already knew, yeah. Apparently I was sent on a mission to go find her. And I think that's when I took my oath, too.
So if we're not taking the Slayer's take, we've already assembled the council. We already told the Platinum God. Who's left?
I don't know. I mean, we could spend this time. We could see if we. I mean, I know we already kind of went to go shopping, but I don't know. I want more healing potions because I'm limited on the amount of healing I can do. And if it's anything like the last time we fought her, I don't need any of us going down again.
Well, I guess I know a place where we can get some quality healing potions. Maybe a cleric nun who's really, really good at healing.
You want to
Talking about my mom,
recruit
you
your
guys.
mom?
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
I didn't think you wanted to
I
indulge in that.
don't. I don't. But I guess I'm just afraid that things are going to be different. I mean, a part of me just wants to say now. I mean, the city is saved. Things are not destroyed. I mean, I originally came back here to purge the churches of corruption, but it seems like maybe that's not a thing here. So maybe I should just leave well enough alone.
Well, we can always
I mean-
find out when we get there.
Well, at least I have my cape of billowing.
Uh,
I'm gonna like,
And you
I'm
look
gonna,
fabulous.
I'm gonna hit a pose with a face of like, it's just so extra to be this great, but somebody's got to do it.
Thank you for bearing that burden.
Yeah, it's my duty.
Where's this temple?
If I remember, I'm afraid to remember. I'm afraid to remember. Can I recall anything from this?
Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
Okay. Is this you said a wisdom saving throw?
Intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw. Well, at least it's a +2. Hold on. Six.
We're not a very smart bunch.
You take 2 psychic damage.
Okay, it's not bad.
Not bad. You recall that the Temple of Pelor is on the eastern side of the city, close to the Dawn Riders, obviously. Not far off from where the keep is, being both dedicated to the same god.
Well, let's get a move on.
You know, Zero, the offer I made to Gormrog extends to you as well. If you need anything, just let me know. Because I know it seems like family drama exists for both of us, and it's gonna be seems like it'll be a lot to deal with.
I mean, it can't be worse than what it was, I guess. I mean, in the other timeline.
Stop laughing, Joe.
I hate him. I hate him so much. I mean, in the other timeline, I mean, my mom was cast out before I was born. I didn't even get a chance to meet my father, and I had to be a secret to everyone. And they were noble people. My mom was common born, so I mean, just wasn't gonna work. So I grew up with a great mom And I went out into the world to do my duty as only an ASMR could, you know. So,
Mhm.
but I think I'm ready.
Zarl,
Yeah.
I don't pretend to know what the two of you have gone through for being ASMRs. I imagine there's a heavy burden being from divinity, expectations placed on your shoulders that are not fair. But I want you to know that that doesn't make a difference to me. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, what I care about is how you treat people and what you do with the gifts given to you. So, no matter what your family says, you've got a family here.
And I'm gonna look at Cormorog like this. I'm gonna say, Cormorog, you're my favorite shade of green. I'm gonna give him a hug. Let me give him a hug, and I'm gonna also billow my cape at the same time because, you know,
Whoosh whoosh.
whoosh whoosh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go group hug.
No,
Reach out.
Jordan.
And I'm gonna bring all our foreheads in, and I'm gonna go, it's gonna get crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And more than once, because after we beat some of your Rainer's still out there and we gotta kill him too.
Yeah, we gotta do that too. I hope the gods send us some help. We're some strong fists, but we need some backup.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get it.
Um to that point, I'm gonna make a quick prayer to Cord.
Okay.
And just in my head. Just I don't know how this religion thing works. So if you are able to read minds and intent, help would be appreciated, though I acknowledge you have already granted us boons. Staying by the sides of your devout followers would be appreciated, and help us not die.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Just roll me a religion check.
Yeah. My +1 to religion.
Oh, Nat 20.
Nat
Natural
1.
1.
Oh, you're kidding me.
That's why you don't jinx it when you.
I'm still
Okay.
new to this.
You say a prayer out and it goes
Yeah.
out. Yep. You feel
It,
okay.
it goes.
Bright,
Right.
clear skies, no
Yep.
thunder on
Not
the
a
horizon.
single- Not even a brain drop.
Not any of the crackle.
Not a cloud in sight. All right. No, that's fine. It happens.
Okay.
So, to the Temple of Palor?
I'm gonna pop up with a lot of energy to the temple. Whoosh the cape. As it's billowing with the extra billow.
Just
And I'm like,
fabulous.
let's go. And I know there's people watching, and I'm gonna look over my eyes and I go, hopefully I've inspired them, you know. And then I'm gonna walk in whatever direction I turned. I don't know if that's the right direction.
Roll me a d4.
One.
So you start heading north.
Mhm.
Hey,
Okay.
0.
Yes, my dear.
I think it's this way.
Wonderful, because the wind is billowing better that way. And I swoosh again, and I take a bigger step.
From the harbor, you hear the captain kind of holler out, "So can I have the supplies shipped today or what? Yes, we're going. No, we're not. I feel like
Oh,
these plans keep changing very fast."
yeah. Apparently, we already did what we needed to do. You're good. You can stay here for now.
And brush my horse and feed my horse. And tell
Who
her that
is
she's
this?
pretty.
I don't know if I've
Oh.
met this person before.
This is Zeril. He's with us. He's a lot, but he's with us. But please also care for his horse as you have the rest of the
She
animals.
loves compliments.
Do we have a where is this horse? She kind of you go
Over
through-
there.
She kind of snaps her fingers, and the small halfling that you're not familiar with makes her way down. She runs down and starts pulling the horse up onto the airship with the rest of the mounts.
What was her name again?
It's not important. She's a new crew member. Let's move. You have other things to do. Go, move.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You keep changing my schedules. I'm trying to get things done, and she just starts grumbling as she makes her way.
All right, let's go. We're walking.
Yeah.
Let's walk.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Okay, so, you going right for the temple? I'm assuming.
I'm going to go look for my mother. From what I know, works. Last thing she did, she was working at the orphanage or something like that. That's connected with them or something. Or she like does stuff at the orphanage for some reason. I don't know. She's just that lady.
Okay.
Or maybe she's not there.
I mean,
don't know. That's what I remember.
I don't know. You didn't send me that.
Did I not?
Nope.
It's not in there?
Nope.
Then that's not what she's doing then. That ain't what she's doing then. She at the church and we going to the church. Let's go.
Nope. She's not at the church either. You just said she left. Granddaddy sent her off and she dipped with you.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing
So
great,
anyway,
sweetie.
What does your mother look like? Who are we looking for
I
here?
assume your mom's not in Vasselheim anymore, considering what you sent me.
No, you know what it was? I wrote in Paylor twice. She got taken in by another god when she was pregnant. Well, in the other timeline. So I don't know if she's still there. I don't know where she's at.
Okay.
So
well,
I left the city. so
Your
she's
mom
still
is
there.
not in Vasselheim anymore, which is why you came back to Vasselheim.
You know, if you just took a little bit of psychic damage, you would have
We
known
can do
all
that.
this.
We can do that
I hate it. Fine, let me because it's too much. I need to think. Where is she at? Do I remember anything? What
All
do
right.
I have?
Roll a intelligence saving throw for me. As you try to
Do
recall
you
memories.
remember?
Where
21st
my mom
night.
is.
What is going on with it? I need to move to a physical dice because I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so you take 4 points of psychic damage.
Fuck.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2.
As
Yeah, she's gone. She's just
she's
out
dead.
in the world.
Um,
Whoa.
so
Jeez.
I will say, let's go with this, okay? A lot of your childhood was spent kind of traveling amongst the world with your mother. After she kind of left the church with your grandfather, checking up on you a few times, she began to kind of like pull you away from that life and
Steve.
travel around. The last place you and your mother connected, and when you kind of decided to ship out on your own, was the Shattered Teeth. So your mother made her way eventually that far south with you, entering into the Shattered Teeth. At which point she said that she kind of wanted to start settling down here because she was getting a little bit older. And that is the time where you really started to venture out on your own and make your way back north towards Vasselheim.
So I need to go see my grandfather.
As far as you know, your grandfather and your father are still in the city.
Okay. Well, change of plans. My mom is not here. I also have a splitting headache.
Uh-huh.
Not great. Wouldn't recommend.
Uh-huh.
My mom's gone. She's in the shattered teeth. She settled down, and then I came back here. Different
Oh.
story, different life. So I'm gonna go see my grandfather. So
Finnick, isn't one of the swords in the shattered teeth? I think the water blade is
Does
on a pirate ship.
Do the players
Right,
need help?
That's what
I need
the
help.
Sphinx. That's what the Sphinx said, right?
Yes, the rest
Yes.
of the water
Oh.
blade is in the shattered teeth.
A pirate has it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
my mama better not be a pirate.
No, but
She
we
better
may
not
be
a
able to.
pirate.
That'd be an interesting plot twist.
We may be able to pursue that particular thread and your mother at the same time, should you wish
Nice.
it.
How far is that away?
Very
Like,
far.
ways.
There. Let's go there and do that later. After
Yeah. No, we
Yeah.
ain't going
After
anywhere
Sammy.
anytime soon.
the blades. We got to get the rest of the blades anyway. So
I don't know that we do. I'd rather not have Titans running about. So,
yeah, there's a lot of water, and I don't know what a water titan does, but the earth one wasn't as fun, and the fire one is really not. So yeah,
the
no.
fact that all of the blades hold a portion of the Titans within them, to the point where a completed blade has the essence of the Titan like talking to you, baffles my mind that there was one person who held all the blades at one point in order to defend the world from the Titans. He just took that on himself. Like, that had to be chaos inside his mind. There's a
Yeah.
cat in the window. Hello,
Hi,
kitty cat.
Stevie.
I thought I was tripping.
Um,
Okay, so we'll put that on the docket.
Guys, I found a cat.
That is funny.
everything's derailed. Stevie, what are you doing?
Stevie wants to play D&D, guys. So finding your grandfather is the first step here?
Yes. Last time I checked, I'm afraid to think anymore. Last time I checked, he was the grand poobah, not the grand poobah, I'm sorry. Archbishop, like grand that guy.
High priest.
High priest, yes.
Yeah.
Him. Should I make another saving throw?
No,
Or would I know that?
you're good. So
Okay.
we're not
I think
gonna-
you took enough
we're not
IRL
gonna
psychic
keep-
damage on that
we're
one.
gonna keep fucking up your brain. Yeah. As far as you remember, he was not running the entire Church of Pelor, but he was among the upper echelon of
Alright.
clerics.
All right, let's go. We're walking.
Yep.
Cape, billow, walk.
Fabulous. Okay. I will say, in short order, you find yourself at the temple to Pelor. I don't think any of you have been here before. It is one of the smaller temples in the city, not directly connected to the four main gods, being the Raven Queen, Bahamut, Arathis, and Melora. This is the smallest of the main deities, with
Huh.
except for Sarenrae. Sarenrae being a subdivision of Palor's worship. So, with her arrival in the last few years, kind of attention has been pulled away from Palor a bit. Though, with the Dawn Riders there, it is still considered a upper echelon of gods, considering it's the only one with a recognized standing army in the city.
Mm.
The Platinum Guard being not necessarily in the city proper.
Right.
So, as you kind of approach the temple, it is large in the same way the other temples were, though not as grand as necessarily Bahamut's or as wide and area encompassing as Kord's, having the large pit in the center of it. The gates being okay. The gates being forged out of pure gold, as far as you can tell. The large sunburst of Palor's crown centered in the middle of the doorway.
Like the flashy presentation, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Had to get it from somewhere, I guess.
yeah, be like that. Okay, let's go talk to Grandpa.
I'm just gonna lay a hand on your shoulder. You've got this. And I'm gonna cast guidance. So.
Take a deep breath. Then I'll walk through. I'm assuming I'm gonna open the door and I'll walk through and see if I can see who's there. See where I can find someone.
As you push open the doors, immediately light begins to flood out from inside the temple. And as your eyes adjust, you kind of see how this is all created. And as there's this massive window up at the top of the temple that is just shining light down, that it hits this large mirror that reflects the light outwards to several different points that kind of just all begin to reflect light amongst themselves, illuminating the space in this bright white light. And it hurts your eyes to be in here. But as you kind of stand there for a minute, you think that may be the point. And Finnick,
Right.
you having been brought up in Palor circles and understanding of who at least the Palor you've been taught, that little bit of pain to worship strikes familiar.
Mhm.
As you enter in, there are several monks that are working around in the space. You see they have this almost yellowish golden robes on their that they wear, but the backs are cut out, leaving their backs exposed, and you see a very dark tan to most of their backs, as it seems to be another part of this ritual. What's up, Raiders? We're getting into a Palor temple, so religious trauma for most of our party. As you enter in, they don't seem to pay you much mind as you all kind of come in. Just everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, don't you know?
Oh,
21.
Damn.
21.
18.
Okay, you're all fine. The light isn't so intense that it's hurting you in this moment. But as you kind of enter in and you make your way in, you see below the reflective mirrors, this large golden statue to Palor. That got weird in my mouth. You see the sunburst head that would be the top of the statue is that main mirror, as it is just exploding with light outwards and kind of shedding light amongst it, or everyone amongst the other mirrors. There is no service being had at this moment, as the monks seem to be just kind of organizing things and clearing space and making sure everything's clean. You do see a older gentleman up towards the altar, and since you didn't give me any descriptions of these people, Zerl, why don't you go ahead and describe what your grandfather looks like?
Did I give you a name for my grandfather?
You didn't give me anything.
I didn't?
Nope. It is Zerl's grandfather.
Zerl's grandfather, yeah. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Nailed it first try.
Oh, his name is James. It is James. Sir James.
Sir James.
Yeah, Sir James. Priest of Palor. That dude. He's a very tall, broad-shouldered man. You would probably think that he was a warrior at one point. He's like really tall, statuesque, slender face. Of course, very tan, but already naturally kind of tan. So because he's kind of already darker skinned, it's like you've been really worshiping because he's in the sun. Like he's just already naturally dark skinned. So it's like, the darker you are, you've been in the sun more, which means you've been
blessed by Palor.
Right. Blessed by, yeah, very much. So see what I did there?
Melanin connected to Palor.
You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Just just
I don't
throw that out there. You know what I mean? And white hair. Naturally white hair. Not because he's old, but because his hair has always been naturally white.
Okay. I take this back. You did actually send me names. I just missed it. It's Victor is the grandfather's name, and James is the father's name.
James is the father's name. Okay.
Yes.
Victor. Yeah. Sir Victor.
So yes, you see Victor kind of up at the altar. His dark skin kind of glistening almost with the sweat from the space, as it is hot in this fucking room too. But yeah, he doesn't seem to notice or doesn't at least pay attention to your entrance as he is continuing his work up at the altar.
I'm gonna walk up and say many blessings. Palor be blessed. I'm gonna see if he or how he responds to that.
Kind of eyes flick up towards you. Gives you a look. Doesn't seem to recognize you in this moment. You come to give homage to the Bright One.
Of course, and always let Palor's light lead the way in darkness. When my heart is overwhelmed, let him lead me to the rock that's higher than I.
Very well, child. You may strip your blouse and accept the light of Palor amongst your body.
I'm gonna it's time. I'm gonna take off my cape of billowing. It's been billowing this whole time, by the way, and there's no air in here, so that's why I look amazing. But I'm gonna take off the cape of billowing. I'm gonna remove my shirt And I'm gonna remove my clothes. I'm gonna get butt naked.
What is it? Does anyone see anything special? As you know what I mean? Anything that they may not have seen before? Now
Oh
that
yeah, do you have a
are
tattoo on your butt or something?
Oh yes, I have something on my back.
Tramp
Not
stamp?
on my not like a tramp stamp, but it's like a insignia.
Mm.
Like it's like how the crown, it's like that little, it's like a
Mhm.
arch with like the little things like sun rays, whatever. It's like that.
Mhm.
Um, it was like a mark because I was ASMR. I had to get that when I was younger. So it's looks like a tattoo, but it's more of a brand.
Okay.
It's like a burnt brand because they use this like a laser basically to do it. So it's extremely painful, and no, it's not humane, and it's a blessing, but it was traumatic. So
I will say, Finnick and Gornrog, you being a little bit further back, you see his attention. You see Victor's attention kind of notice that tattoo or that brand, and his face begins to contort with a little bit of anger in the moment. What are you guys doing?
I'm following Zarel's lead here, but I don't particularly need to be any darker green than I already am. Do we approach? Do we stay back? What do you think?
Part of me wants to get a little bit closer. Gesundheit.
bless you.
Thank you.
Paler, are you?
Is there like a offering space? A place for offerings?
You see there is a small golden bowl kind of at the base of the steps that lead up to where Victor is, and now where Zaro is at the base, kind of at the base of these steps as well. And you see a light of one of the rays of light, like a magnifying glass, lasered into this bowl. And you see a little bit of ash kind of around this where the light is in the center. But before you even do that, I will say, Zaro, you feel a grip on the back of your neck as a hand wraps around your neck. You all both see Victor faster than you expect an old man to move. His hand grips the back of Zaro's neck, and he kind of pulls him up off of his knees and shoves him back towards the door. What are you doing here? You know you're not supposed to be here.
What's wrong? Did you miss me?
Get out.
I came to bask in the light of Palor.
You're embarrassing yourself and potentially your father.
Oh, my father. And what's he doing?
Out.
Or is he hiding? Or did you hide him?
Your
Like you
father
hid
is
me.
deep in study to take the position he was destined to take. It is not for you to be here or ruin that potential.
Ruin? The only thing ruined here is your soul.
Get out. And you see him kind of motion towards a few of the monks that are in the space, who seemingly have no idea what's going on, but very suddenly moving to your side to escort you out of the temple.
I will go. I will not leave, and you will not remove me. I am an emissary of Palor, and you will respect my power. And so, in saying that, I'm gonna. I had the bracelet, because I usually hide that. I take it off, and they like spring out under the sun, the wings and the halo and the eyes. And a new thing that they didn't see that first time is that the marking on my back lights up and goes on my body because I'm now under the sun, and so I'm lit up.
So the sunbursts of the crown, you see them glow golden and begin to stretch out over Zero's shoulders, kind of like giving this cloak of gold almost. And these
Whoa.
strings of
And
gold.
he's
Can
very
you do
tall,
that?
so I'm going to like flap my wings, and I'm going to like rise higher than him. So I'm looking down at him, so everybody can see that I'm looking down at him. So they can recognize that they're not about to come over here and do anything. I'm really putting up a front, but
Yeah.
you know.
As your wings kind of stretch out and the symbol kind of grows across your back and over your shoulders, the monks that were going to remove you just instantly, their attention shifts uncomfortably towards Victor before they step back and their heads bow down as the between all of the light here, it is even too intense for them as they kind of cower their eyes at the sudden burst of light from you.
And I'm gonna say to Victor, will you not bow to Paylor? His light blesses you.
You're no emissary to Paylor. You're an embarrassment.
This is what you wanted me to be, and now I'm here. So bow or burn.
Roll an intimidation check for me.
Hell yeah.
And you do have guidance on you.
Oh shit. Come on. So 5 plus 13.
Plus a d4.
Oh shit. Yeah. 2.
Dirty 20.
Okay. In this moment, you see this person who, throughout your life and the life of another timeline, has been this almost imposing force on your life. A person you've run from in the past, as your mother has kind of pulled you away from his influence and his control. You see his eyes flash downwards from your radiance in this moment. And like kind of he is attempting to look up at you in defiance, but he just seems unable to, as his head kind of cocks to the side, his eyes attempting to stare up at your form, but he's only able to kind of like look at your feet in this moment.
I'm going to float down to him. I'm going to grab his face. I'm going to turn his face up so he can't move, and he has to look, and all the light is going to go into his eyes. So it's like, what is it? You had said it earlier that, to worship Paylor is to have some pain. And you're the greatest among many, so you have to bear the most pain. To whom much is given, much is required, kind of thing.
Okay. He looks up towards you, and you see the tears starting to stream from his eyes just at the light. But he does seem able to, at least for this moment, withstand the pain as his eyes lock with yours. Why are you here, Zarel?
I'm here to save the city and you. Where's my father at?
I told you, he is busy.
too busy to see an emissary of Palor. If you don't tell me where he is going, where he is, I will find him, and you're not going to like.
Roll an intimidation check for me again, this time at advantage.
Okay. A 16. Do I roll twice before advantage, right?
Yep.
And then take the higher roll.
16. And 13.
Okay. Plus, is there plus anything?
Is it still at advantage?
Well, you
I mean,
still
not
add,
advantage. Is
you
it
s-
still what's it called?
yeah, you still add your intimidation bonus.
Yeah, the higher one is 16. I rolled a
16 total?
And then no, 16 for the roll, and then plus 13 for intimidation.
So 29.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was sorry. I was asking if I had what is it? Not initiative. What do you give us? The
Guidance.
D4? Guidance.
Yeah,
I think
29 is fine. The 29 is the fucking.
I'm gonna burn a
Jesus
hole through this man.
Christ.
Well, all my little points.
Barnes,
all my
man.
little points.
All right, with a 29, yeah. His eyes kind of pull away from you in this moment and he closes them as you're kind of holding onto his face. And you see the tears streaming down from the pain in his eyes. Your father's downstairs. Get your hand off of me. I will bring him. I'll tell you where he is. Just let go of my face. This is embarrassing. And you embarrass yourself.
You should be embarrassed. I guess you're not worthy to behold Palor's light. Maybe you should go back and do a little bit more worship. And then I throw his face away a little bit. And I like kind of flap and float back kind of down to the floor. By the way, I'm still naked and still.
I was gonna say, you're still naked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at one of because I'm assuming they're still bowing.
Yeah, their faces are to the floor.
I'm gonna snap and point to one of them without looking and say robe, and I'm gonna assume one of them is gonna move.
Yeah. So, as you kind of say that, one of them makes their way over and gathers up a cloak of Palor and kind of drapes it over your shoulders, trying to tuck it beneath your wings so your wings protrude outwards, so it comes up under your wings and then over your shoulders, leaving your neck and upper back kind of exposed still.
I mean, I should have took his, but you know.
Who's got the highest passive perception here?
Probably Gormrog.
Pretty sure I got a 13. Hang on.
Mine's an 11, so.
Perception.
Passive perception.
Passive is 10 plus your modifier.
I have it says 12.
Okay,
so 13.
So Gormrog. You notice bits of gold beginning to scroll on the backs of the monks that are in this space, arching a line that seems to be burning itself like gold being poured into a cast. You see it flowing out in a very similar crown-like structure to the crown of Palor, that symbol that he keeps to most of his followers.
Huh.
Zarel.
Yes.
Eventually, you're one of the many monks in this space make their way down into the catacombs below to find another mortal that resides in this temple. And as he makes his way up and out through the door, go ahead and describe what James looks like.
James is a spitting image of his father in that way, but he's has more of like a softer, kinder face. He looks like a younger Victor, but if he's not a jerk, he really is his pride and joy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they are twins, but it's like he just looks like a whole human, you know. Maybe a little gaunt and a little timid comparatively. On the more slender side, Victor's more of like the warrior looking type. He's more of a little bit more slender, but they're pretty much very close. And he has short beard, all white, yeah, like his dad.
Okay. All right. As James kind of makes his way up, he has his hood down from the white and golden robes that accompany him and his father and most of the other monks here. He looks towards you for a moment and kind of, with all the light shining, his eyes avert for a moment, and you see him occasionally flicking his eyes up towards you as he tries to get closer to you. They say an emissary of Palor has appeared in the temple. Can I help you with something? What can we do for you? Why have you come to us?
I'm gonna tell him I came for you.
I'm honored as to why Lord Palor may have chosen me for something, but unfortunately I don't understand why. What can a mere servant of like myself do? You see him struggling to kind of try and keep it.
You can say hi to your son.
Where would that person be? I'm unaware of any sons I have.
I'm going to turn down the light so he can see me. It's me. I'm gonna say, do you remember Lincia?
I was gonna be a jerk and roll there, but
Ew.
I don't see him being that kind of person.
Please don't have me burn this whole temple down, because I will.
I haven't heard from her in years. But
How old are you?
it kind of looks towards the Victor for a moment and then looks back towards you.
I'm gonna look at Victor and say, tell him, Victor. Tell your son what you've been hiding from him.
Tell me what? What is to you wouldn't do that, right?
This guy's not very good at math, is he?
You wouldn't hide that from me, would you?
It's a big cathedral kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell, tell him, Victor. Tell him.
Do you have thaumaturgy as one of your cantrips?
No, I traded it in for other stuff.
Other stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
It just would have enhanced the sound.
It sure would have. Dang. You're right.
You see Victor kind of, as you shout out as well, you see Victor's body wince for a minute before he kind of gathers up his own resolve and looks towards James.
I am so close to using Zone of Truth.
I did what was necessary for our family. You defiled some common woman. You produced this thing. It's abomination. I couldn't let it affect us, or you, or your lineage, or your potential to Palor.
So we taking this guy out back or what?
I am his lineage. Just look. What you've produced. Your son, an emissary of Palor.
As you say that, you see Victor kind of getting closer towards your father, reaching out to kind of grab hold of his robes to pull him in. In this almost exasperated energy, kind of, this would have done nothing but distracted you. We don't need this to pull away from your potential.
I'm going to look at Victor and say, tell him the truth, Victor. Tell him the truth.
And what's
Tell him
that?
That you don't care. You're so obsessed with your lineage and your legacy that you're willing to cut off your own flesh and blood.
I'm willing to cut off anything for Palor, including limbs of a tree that have gone rotten.
Well, as an emissary of Palor, I'm into cutting down the whole tree.
You see, as you say that, James kind of look towards you. And you notice this. You've never met your father. But you've had a life on the road of struggle, of never knowing when your next meal was going to come. And as you look at your father, you see someone who has not had that life. You see someone who has bound themselves through actions not their own to a life, a secure life, which is why he, unlike your grandfather, doesn't seem like he's ever had a battle before. He is comfortable. Not well off, but comfortable.
But yeah.
In this moment, you've seen rage take the face of men before. Men who don't know violence. You've seen that build up in weak men before. And you see that building up in your father now, as he looks towards you, and then looks towards Victor. And you see that rage building and looking for a vent. What would you like to say in this moment?
I'm going to say, although I've been cheated out of a life that I could have had, one shining blessing that I got from Palor was my mother. I spent a lot of time trying not to be like you, Victor, but the reality of it is that I am very much a part of you. But I'm also my mother, and she has raised me to care. So I'm not here to concern myself with you. I'm here to save this city because I care about it, and my mother cared about it. But I cannot let you lie to your own son. You will not cheat him out of the life that he should have and want, like you cheated me out of mine.
As you say that, you see James kind of, the tears starting to build in his eyes as just this emotion fills within his chest and just doesn't know how to express how he's feeling in this moment. You see him as Victor is kind of trying to pull his attention away from you towards himself. You see that hand grip down at his side. You tell in this moment what's about to happen as his fist pulls and begins to streak towards the face of Victor. Is there anything you want to do in this moment?
I'm gonna use the cathedral's acoustics and say, no, leave him. He's paid for his sins. The legacy that he wanted is dead and gone. As the emissary of Paylor, it's up to you to regrow this tree in the light of Paylor. And then I'm gonna turn around and walk towards Gormorog and Finnick, and then I'm gonna say, "Let's go." Well, I'm not gonna say "Let's go," but I'm just gonna walk towards the door and hope they get the hint. And then I'm gonna turn back around and say, "I'll always be your son. If you need me, come find me." And
Work.
then I'm gonna.
As you
bounce
say
off.
that, as you turn back around that second time, you see Victor down at the bottom of the steps as your father has thrown him down them. And you hear him holler out, where can I find you? I've a lot of questions. I don't even know your name.
I will be at the we're gonna be
Dawn
tomorrow.
Riders Keep.
We'll be at the Dawn Riders Keep tomorrow for the meeting. Come on, brain, you can do this.
Of the council?
The council. We need a representation from Paylor anyway, so come and join so we can save the city. And then we can talk later. And then I'm gonna say, forgive him. I'm gonna walk away.
Son. What
Hmm.
what did she name you?
Zero. My name is Zero.
All right, Zero. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna pick up Zeryl's clothes and walk after him.
Right.
I will follow.
I'm gonna get outside. I'm gonna take a deep breath.
You
I'm
did
gonna
good.
say, well, that was interesting.
That was intense.
Yeah, my family's kind of like that. You gotta have to speak their language.
I thought you were gonna kill him right there in the temple.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, well, no, I thought about it, but he's more worth. It's more worth him being alive than him dead. You know, can't go around killing, priest of Palor, that's kind of against the
Especially
that's
on
the
the
thing.
altar of Palor.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would have been.
Dramatic. It's very much a moment that I
Uh-huh.
right
Yeah.
imagine, but you know he's gonna have to pay for that. Why let him off easy with death when he can pay for his sins every day of his little life, or what's left of
Um,
it?
I'm also kind of scared at what James is gonna do. He seemed pretty upset.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm
but-
not too worried about that.
Yeah.
No offense, he seems a little softer.
Yeah. That's why my mom fell in love with him, honestly. I mean, I am like Victor. I'm also sorry you guys have to see that side of me.
I was impressed.
Yeah. I guess that's why I am the way I am now, because he has this skewed, vision of what Palor's light and love is supposed to be. And he would always say stuff about the sun is there to warm the earth and everybody must, hubbub. But my mom would
get it.
say, the sun is big, it's round, and it's full of light, and it moves around the earth to give everybody Palor's love.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll forgive you.
Okay.
Don't forget your cape.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna wear the robe, honestly. You like?
Yeah, it's just weird knowing you're naked underneath it.
I mean, I'm naked under my regular clothes. What are you wearing under your clothes? Clothes?
Yes.
For some reason, I suspected that.
I'm actually made of fabric and I'm clothes all the way down.
All the way down to the seams.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys. I'm gonna put my hand on their shoulders. I probably couldn't have done that without you.
Proud to have been by your side.
Yeah, I probably couldn't have done that in my old timeline.
I mean,
Probably
if we had
couldn't
to spill blood in a temple, it wouldn't have been the first time, but I would have done it.
Oh, oh,
For you?
okay. Oh, Cormorog. So, at least we have me being an emissary of Palor, quote unquote. Don't know if I actually am. I just figured that it would be pretty great.
Yeah, it's a self-imposed
It
title,
added-
but it had influence.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I don't know if either of you clocked it, but when you did the whole I am the emissary of Palor thing and they bowed to you,
Mm-hmm.
they had like symbols on them like yours
Really?
appear while you were doing all that. Yeah, it was like gold being poured on them. It was kind of wild. I don't know what it means, but
That's kind of interesting because I think that is like Palor's blessing, no?
Palor may have you back.
Yeah. I think I might have
Literally, but
Yeah, I think I might have worked up on I mean, I really was just saying stuff, honestly. I mean, I knew he would respect Palor, but like, he's leading all these people, and I guess the way that I was taught is that Palor is here to warm us, to when everything is cold and dreary, he shares his light and love to warm our hearts and spirits, not burn his love into our souls. That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess I can be normal now, or
There's nothing normal about any of us.
That's true.
As you exit out of the temple, just as a point of order, you see Arius just out there. This pipe kind of in his mouth, just hanging down, a little bit of smoke rising from the tip. Gives you a little nod.
I'll return the nod. Just gonna stand there.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming over. I think he's just keeping an eye.
Yeah. That
Well,
still
I'm
weirds me out.
gonna look at I'm gonna look at Finnick and make this face. This mischievous face. Well, I mean, if he's gonna look, and then I'm gonna
Don't you dare.
gonna,
Don't you dare.
I want to go,
Nope.
oh, and then I'm gonna do one of these, and then I'm gonna look over and go, yeah, but I'm gonna take a wing. I'm gonna take a wing, and I'm gonna like cover myself. Oh, didn't see you there.
I mean, he doesn't stop looking. That's what you're going for.
Oh my god.
On that note.
It's not the first time I've seen something like that.
Oh my
The
god.
last. I'm like, and it won't be the last.
Yes, we're going with the Scottish accent for Arius.
Scottish action. All right.
You can't even get it out of my mouth.
Yeah. What do we do now? As I pick up my, actually, I take the cape of billowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's all I take is the cape of billowing.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just take off the robes and only wear the cape of billowing.
Yes, but I've Jimmy rigged it so it will be around my waist, so it's kind of like a half skirt like thing, waist cape type thing, and it's always kind of like,
oh boy, gonna get kicked out of the city.
Like a kilt.
Yeah, very much like that.
Like
a kilt of billowing.
I love it, laddie. It looks great from here.
Oh my god. Well, we still have.
What else do we have to do, you guys? I mean,
should I seize an opportunity, Cyril?
An opportunity for me? Oh, I'm gonna look at I'm gonna say, oh hey, Karma, can you look in this bag and find this thing at the, it's just a bag, backpack, and I'm like, there's something in there I just kind of wanted you to look for. I just kind of can't right now. Hands are kind of not doing quick. And then I'm gonna turn to Finnick while he's looking in the bag. And I'm gonna say, hey Finnick, isn't Cormorant such a nice shade of green?
Gonna take my time in this backpack.
Didn't notice that.
I would say so, yeah.
Right, it's like a forest, but in person form. It's interesting. I'm gonna whisper, I think you should tell him that you love him. And then I'm gonna pop her on the shoulder. I'm gonna pop her on the shoulder and not give her an opportunity to say anything to me. And I'm gonna, what's the guy's name? The
Arius.
Arius. I'm gonna say, oh hey Arius, I need some help. Paler wants to give you a blessing. And I'm gonna like go over there to leave you two alone.
Finnick's face turns a deep shade of red.
Green are great complementary colors.
Gonna give back Zaryl the backpack as he's walking away, and I'm gonna say, do you want to get ice cream with me?
I would love to.
We passed 3 places in 1 block, and I was thinking we could do like an ice cream crawl. Just us.
I mean, we got some time to kill. I don't see why not.
And I'm gonna take Finnick on a date.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Not how I expected this episode to end. I was prepared for more trauma, but okay, we can do this. Let me come up with some ice cream joint names real quick.
Oh, did I? Okay.
The little strip of like ice cream spots is called the Scoop Loop.
That's so good. And
they
it's
got a
funny because
special.
they're all actually brothers and they're competing against each other and they're triplets.
There's a special, like there's the Raven Queen scoop. It's just like black cherry. The Melora scoop is like pistachio.
Right.
Bahamut is coconut, obviously.
Yeah.
And they have a Paylor's blessing.
Paylor's
Just-
caramel swirl.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. All right. The scene is your guys. I'm gonna leave it to you. How do you want to do this?
Hold on, let me get my popcorn. It's gonna be good.
Watching Zarl run off to Arius, I'm going to wait until Arius's attention goes from Finnick to Zarl.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then I'm going to take Finnick's hand and I'm going to start running.
Okay.
I'll run along.
I'm not going to contest any of this. Just go ahead.
I'm not going to be running full speed because I know I'll outrun her, but I'm running in a way where I know she can keep up and still jostle her along.
The armor.
Not going to exhaust you. I'm just going to briskly pull you along into a whirlwind of just laughter and ice cream and oh, look at that one. Oh, how about that one? That one looks interesting. I'm gonna get the Ioun, which is raspberry fudge ripple. Right? Like,
oh, I've already got names. Don't just tell me where you want to go. So there is the Seren Ray swirl. There's the Chord's Cold Punch. There's the Raven's Rest. These are different ice cream shops. The Wild Mother's Creamery. Ioun's Cone of Knowledge. The Pale Cone. And that's it. The Pale Cone. That's the last one.
All right. So I want this to be an ice cream crawl instead of a bar crawl so that we stop in each one as we pass them. And at certain points, I'll offer mine for her to try. And as she's taking some of hers, I'll stick my head in and take a bite off her spoon. Put some on her nose at some point.
I think at that point, I just like lean in close, pretending like I'm about to go in for a kiss, and I just smear my nose across your cheek.
Around the second place, I'll start sharing some personal information. Just, I've never really had a home. Started out from a tribe of barbarians. Then I moved to a big city and lived in one place, worked there, and went to school essentially at the Cobalt Soul, trained to become a monk, but had missions that sent me all over. And then I joined the Fists of Fate, and we've been traveling ever since. I don't really know what home is, even though we had a house given to us by the city. It wasn't really home, but I think if home feels like anything, it feels the way I feel when I'm with you.
That really means a lot, Gormrog. I can't help but say that I feel the same way. Growing up, I might have had a place, but it never really felt like home. At least the timeline that we originally came from, again with the traveling and all of that, but I still didn't feel welcome. And I know that with you, you're not gonna judge me. You're not gonna lock me in my room for 3 days straight.
Well, not by yourself.
um As I've said before, you make me feel safe. And I also feel like I'm at home with you. I know we've only really known each other for 3 months, but this little family that we found, I like it.
Me too. It's hard losing the people when we lose them. But it's important to carry them with us as we go forward. So that brain freeze biblioteca over there
I was looking at that.
has chunks of honeycomb and memory crystal sprinkles. So I'll buy, samples of that one and to Clover.
Over.
As you say that and take a bite, your mind is suddenly flooded with the memories of your friend and your time together. A little disorienting, but enjoyable nonetheless, as the memory crystals explode in your mind.
Going to the third shop, instead of rushing, I'm going to stroll. I'm going to move slower and just make it so that it's just about spending time with you. And linked arm in arm, I'm going to be looking up at the sky, pointing at clouds and the different shapes. And as the sun sets, I'm going to face you towards it. And as we get to the third spot, I'm going to grab a bloom and bramble. And from Tristan to Bramble Thorn Whisper to Zarrel and Whisper to you and me. We've built a family, but you are more than that. And At the risk of making a fool of myself, can I be your boyfriend?
I look down once again, my face turning beet red. I will look up at you. Smile. Probably one of the biggest smiles you've seen from Finnick in a very long time. Absolutely. You can.
Toss the ice cream to the side. Just kiss her.
Kiss back.
You taste better than
And
the
then-
ice cream.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
And I'm just going to cup Gormug's face. Put my forehead to his. Thank you for this.
Sorry it took so long.
We've been busy.
Should do this again.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's a few other nice date spots in the city.
I did see something that was a little more dangerous that I wasn't sure if you'd go for on the first date, but yeah, there's a spot like towards where the Cord Temple is axe throwing.
I knew that's what you were gonna fucking say. I said it was an axe throwing thing, and it's gonna be by the Cord's Temple. You son of a bitch.
Wow.
That or we could go horseback riding. You know, a more boring thing like dinner.
I mean, something a little more exciting than horseback riding. I could take you on a flight with Goldie.
I'd like that.
The views are better from higher up.
I like the one I got right here.
My heart.
I'm at a loss for words.
As much as I want this to last forever. We did sick Zarrel on your babysitter.
I'm sure they're fine. We still need to figure out where we're staying for the night.
I'll stay wherever you are.
Come on, let's go find a place.
I'll follow her out.
Okay. Well, moving back to you, Zarrel. As you move over with your kilt of bellowing towards our poor unsuspecting Arius. You move over and are amply distracting to him in this moment, allowing your two friends to slip away. Lad, can you cover it up a bit, lad? It's a little bit much, don't you say? Come on, I appreciate the billowing, but I mean, at least ask me out on a drink first. Where was this all a distraction to get?
You
Finnick.
alone? Yes.
I mean, I understand that you're quite dashing yourself, but was this a Lady Finnick needed? I was supposed to watch her, and I feel like
She's fine. I mean, look, there's one thing I know about Finnick is that if you are a giant lizard, she'll cut your head off. And if you're a hag, she'll basically, destroy you.
well,
with,
doesn't
fiery
she
vengeance.
ride a giant lizard now?
different kind of giant lizard. Way scarier, not nice. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the point
I wonder
is,
if there's an innuendo I'm missing there.
there's not. Oh my God, there's not. I promise there isn't. But I mean, look, the safest place is with Cormorog. He has saved her life, and vice versa, plenty of times. He's got her back.
All right. Well, if they're gonna be busy for the rest of the evening, what should we do
Well,
to
I guess-
occupy ourselves?
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to find somebody to
Get what?
and front and
Well,
side.
it's a good thing I'm here.
Takes Cape of Billowing and throws it at him. And go, oops, sorry.
Oh, it's such a shame. Oh, they've got this poor kilt on me. You can kind of see his eyes kind of glancing towards you.
Oh my lord. Is that how you treat an emissary of Paylor?
I guess I need to be punished, some might say.
Well, Paylor is just, and worship is punishment. So, if I must.
I think that's a great point to fade to black.
Fade to black. Wing over face.
Okay. Well, it is 10:30. Do you guys want to finish up with anything? Is there any scenes you want to get out for the rest of the evening, or?
I think both sets of two will happily find a place to stay the night.
Okay. All right. Well then, that is where we're going to call it for this evening as we wrap up whatever this was. This interesting evening before we prep for next week, the battle with Semayor round 2. Are you guys ready for that, or do you want to postpone another? You want to have you want me to tell our guest to wait another week?
It's either going to be next week or the week after.
That's what I'm saying. Do you guys feel like you need to prep more next week, or do you feel ready for next week? What's up, Dante?
I'm a fighter right now.
Only because on the 21st is I think some of us won't be here. So we'll be in the desert at Neotropolis on the 21st. So it'll probably have to be the 14th.
Okay, so all right. So next week we're fighting Sammy. Got it.
Okay. Now I can prepare
Yep.
for that.
Next
Sammy.
week is Sammy fight. Sorry.
Sammy
Yeah.
Fest.
Sammy!
I got a vendetta too.
Yes. But Sammy Fists round 2 coming in hot.
Round 2.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
For those of you watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I got to do YouTube stuff because gotta
hit them notification
gotta do the
bells.
notification bell to stay up to date on all the videos coming out. This week, investigation check on Thursday with Savannah, the DIY witch.
DIY. Yep.
Also, what is their channel name is Not Quite Novelists. I will be interviewing them, the fellow interviewer, to learn all about their geeky backstory. That being said, does anyone else have any notifications? Anything else for this week?
Nothing else going on this week.
No, sir.
All right. Well, stick around for the raid. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, last thing. Just a reminder that the nominations for the Crit Awards are open. A bunch of us on this channel are eligible for multiple different things. If you want to keep up what... So if you want to keep up with what we would love to be nominated for, please follow us on our socials, and you can head to critawards.org for the nomination link. So thank you for any and all considerations.
Okay. I've got nothing else. If you guys got nothing else, stick around with the raid, and remember, we love you, geeks. Good night.